Two teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
Completes it to Austin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Love this look to start the ball game. They empty the backfield right away, and that's going to put some early stress on both their offensive line and on the secondary. And here they get the completion and a quick first down.
Back to throw, Fields. Austin is there and brings in another one. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He finds Austin complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Throwing again is Fields. For left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth, 26 yards. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9. Throwing here, Purdy. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Back to throw, Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4th down try. Here's Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Fields. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
First carry for Najee Harris. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Here's Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They snap it to Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now a first down carry for Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Fields. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
That's complete right around the 8. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And he is going to lose yardage here. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Fields. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Calvin Austin, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well executed there offensively. Defense confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice. Few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Fields now to throw. Completes Austin here over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. To throw is Fields. Out to his left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down. Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Purdy will set up to throw it here. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. McCaffrey, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey from 4 yards out. And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Moody good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Now it's Fields on the move to his left. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Again, Fields. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll look to throw again. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now here's something you don't see too often. They're 0 for 2 converting these in the opening quarter. But they're trying a 3rd time here on 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time They keep the drive moving. Purdy now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss after the sack. Oh, challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Now Purdy. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Purdy looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. Purdy on fourth down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Purdy. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 51 yards. And the Niners get a bit closer. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. 49ers 14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. This to the 30. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back.
A first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Steelers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harris. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2. Back to throw, Fields.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Calvin Austin
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback.
Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive.
He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Fields.
And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
And a short gain down to about the 33. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead.
And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13.
Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Fields. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Joey Porter Jr. that time got in there and backs the offense up. Tackle for loss.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Purdy.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Now Fields. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Najee Harris.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fields trying to throw for it.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Purdy. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the left sideline.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point try now for Moody.
And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This Pittsburgh offense led by Calvin Austin running back out.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables.
He's got him in. Complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Jalen Warren, 81 yards. And the Steelers have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. 1-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
He's probably someone they want to get more involved at this point. 2nd quarter down on the scoreboard, and you know that he can be a threat.
And because he's such a threat, as well as so productive, I'm with you on this. They've got to get him the ball more, give him more opportunities for them to have a chance to erase that lead.
Certainly they'll be looking to get him even more in the mix this go-around. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Deebo Samuel.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Deebo Samuel
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the 49ers are able to at least get 1 score back. Moody good with the extra point.
And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the gun, here's Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
So maybe some signs of life. I mean, this has been a defense. They've been all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return the interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And now out come the Steelers.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
The ball under 32. It's 2nd and 2.
They hand this off to Harris. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Now it's Fields.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's airing it out for Williams. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, Fields. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Here's Fields.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf, incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive.
He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down to the scoreboard 2nd quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved.
Keep finding ways for him to get the football. Keep force-feeding him in that way. Get to the half. And
he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
To throw is Fields. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
14 more yards. That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To the air again, Fields.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Fields now to throw.
Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 4th down, Fields.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
So they get the flag for pass interference. Big call there on 4th down.
But it's the right call, and as much as I want to see them play through incidental contact, he's definitely there too early.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. McCaffrey running up the middle, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Got a man. That's Ayuk. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing here, Purdy. He's got Ayuk once again. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Purdy now to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Purdy looking to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Back to throw, Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Fields. That is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
At their own 49-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Purdy.
And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 23. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now a 2nd and 6. Purdy. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And the 49ers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Niners are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Purdy will throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Calvin Austin, 70 yards.
As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
I kind of feel... reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
Purdy from the gun.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. Complete at the 1. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. So that is a big one, folks. Can you believe it? 8 passing touchdowns in a single game until today. That had never been done in NFL history.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Here now a 3rd and 20.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Here's Fields. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over him.
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Fields.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pat Freiermuth.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers are able to extend their lead.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a poor one, especially given the new rules. They're going to be backed up deep to start this drive.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11.
105 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's got the first down and more. Look at the big man rumble. George Kittle. He's to the 10.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 89 yards.
And the 49ers get a bit closer. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. This Pittsburgh offense led by Calvin Austin running back out.
Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Now Fields. Now a quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now it's Fields.
Steps away. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker.
Well, here we go on 4th down. Fields completes Austin here over the middle.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety.
shotgun now with Purdy. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jennings. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Purdy now to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are back within a score. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. This Pittsburgh offense led by Calvin Austin running back out.
He sort of just keeps chipping away at this defense. Hasn't had a spectacular game, but here in the third quarter that they've known all game long that he's there.
He's the type of guy that frustrates you if you're playing defense, because when you think you've taken away something or you think you've got him in check, he comes up with another catch, the chains move, or he finds a way to get it to the end zone. He's that guy that drives you crazy, and offenses love him.
He's hoping to drive him more crazy here coming up.
Back to throw, Fields.
And he fires one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34.
Fields now to throw. That's caught. It's Austin left side.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
To throw is Fields.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pat Freiermuth.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field.
And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the #1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here's Purdy.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Back to throw, Purdy.
This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. Here's McCaffrey.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Now Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Niners first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. This is McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Niners have got it back to within a score. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. This Pittsburgh offense led by Calvin Austin running back out. Sort of a slow and steady game so far, but reliable for him here in this third quarter.
Sounds like we're describing a possession receiver, right? The one that finds a way to make the big catches, the ones that break the backs of defenses, keep first downs, accumulating. I think he's that and maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, he's been pretty good so far. We'll see if he can make this good game a great game. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Here's Fields. Finds Pickens out right. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. George Pickens, 35 yards. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Brock Purdy and the 49ers out for their next possession. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 145 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Throwing here, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. Now a run with McCaffrey. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Second and a couple. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. They'll run with McCaffrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, 49ers. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. This Pittsburgh offense led by Calvin Austin running back out. So far he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Fields rolling to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's second and 10. Here's Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And that will be incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to make it a 2-score game. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too, but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Purdy looking to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Purdy.
This is Jennings.
On the move past the 40.
And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
173 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And he's only able to get it to right around the 3.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now it's Fields. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Now Fields.
Completes it to Austin. And this will leave him a yard short on 1st.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Austin is there and brings in another one. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw.
He finds Austin complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Back to throw. Fields. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. To throw is Fields.
He gets it complete to Harris. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Justin Fields
keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Steelers drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score.
That's a great alternative there to the old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Instead, let your quarterback take it in the shotgun and essentially choose his own path. He scans the situation, makes the right read, and takes it into the end zone on the QB draw.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone. They throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up. You end up throwing a pick. Everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out. I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
Here's Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Purdy now to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Throwing to start the drive. Fields. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. From the gun, here's Fields. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Back to throw. Fields. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Justin Fields scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Steelers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Through by Boswell, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
Samuel bringing in the slant.
And
he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, 47 yards. And the Niners have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
put down the remote, put down the clicker? This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. They'll start the drive with Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields throwing the out route and complete. It's Warren. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Fields got his man. It's Warren. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 15-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. All eyes on Fields. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Fields sliding out of the pocket. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Justin Fields.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. Dobbs is throwing. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Dobbs to throw. Touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey
From 3 yards out.
and the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit.
Here we go now as they will again try for 2.
Dobbs.
It's caught at the 1, and he got it on the touch. But he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Here's Fields.
And now here is another interception.
And the Niners are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Dobbs.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Back to throw Dobbs. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Here it is, 4th and inches.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Picked up by DeMonte Kazin.
And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.